If I was to tell you that I can't stand tomatoes, that I hate the flavor, and right afterwards you would see me grab like a slice of pizza and eat it, I think it would make sense that you would call me out on it. Because there would be no consistency. Basically, I'm saying tomatoes are horrible while I'm eating a form of tomato. And even though in my example it's very easy to see the inconsistency that is, we are filled with such things. Logical inconsistencies. We believe A and we believe B, but they are in opposition, and for some reason we can't seem to see that is the case. And why is that important? Why is it important for us to realize that we have a logical, inconsistent thought or thoughts? I think because it makes us more cognizant of who we are, and we become more effective at what we want to do. At least that's my speculation. But it happens almost in everything. It doesn't matter what we are talking about. It could be about political beliefs. It could be about religious beliefs. It could be about where the direction of the blockchain needs to be, for example, and because of course this video is going to have some blockchain related stuff to it. But at the end of the day, what I think is very productive to do is to analyze what it is that we believe in, maybe possibly even write it down, and figure out where we really stand on situations. Because most of the time, we seem to fall into the trap of wanting our cake, but eating it too. And there's no way that we can find happiness, I guess you could say, or contentment, that's the word I'm looking for, if we have these ideas that stand in opposition. And because I want to make sure that this vlog is not too abstract, because I tend to do that, I'll give you some solid examples of what I'm talking about. When people say, I believe that government should not be involved in personal choices, like people should be completely independent to do what they want with their money and with their life. And I say, of course, I agree. And then the same person says, but they should make a law that makes it illegal for people to have abortions, illegal for people to do this, to that, that, and that. Those two thoughts are not compatible. And it's not about ideals. Again, you can stand on the other side of the conversation. It's about having two thoughts, holding on to two thoughts that don't mesh. And I see this everywhere. Some people will tell me also on the topic of abortion, because let's use that to make people that are watching this video to get the point I'm trying to make. And I think I understand the position. People will tell me I'm pro-life, and I say I think that's great, and I do think that's great. So I say, well, so you're against capital punishment then, as well? No, I'm for that. And then in my mind it makes it, well, that there's no connection there, at least not if what you're valuing is life itself. Now if you're putting different values on different people, but the point I'm trying to make, this is not a video about that. The point I'm trying to make is that the inconsistency does not allow for these people to operate productively in those conversations, in those debates, because depending on what it is that they want to win about, they will just hold on to one point or the other. And of course that very much applies to the Steem blockchain. I think one of the things that attracted me the most to Steem was the idea of freedom, the idea that people make choices. And I believe that that is what is going to make cryptocurrencies in general succeed. The true freedom, the inability to censor things. I can transact with anybody that I want to. But I can't hold on to that idea and at the same time believe that, oh yeah, freedom, like everybody should be able to do what they want, except for that guy. That guy should not be able to use Bitbox. That guy should not be able to do this. That guy should not be able to vote for himself, etc., etc. Because there's a disconnection there. Now, notice that there is a way for you to reconcile these ideas, and I think that process is what people haven't done yet. Like, people should be allowed, or they are allowed, to abuse Bitbots, for example. But there's a consequence to that, and that, of course, should be flags. People are allowed, there's no censorship, to be mean, to be trolls, to even do hate speech. But of course, there is consequence to that. And that's a disconnection there, because some people believe that freedom means also freedom from consequence. But again, these logical inconsistencies exist. And I think it's very productive that we all take the time to really analyze what it is that we're fighting for, what it is that we're advocating for, while we are learning more and more about the movement and about what we are trying to accomplish. So anyways, I don't want to make this video too long, and of course there's always planes where I record these videos, and I apologize. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think that a lot of the debates that happen on Steem, on the Steem blockchain, regarding what should happen, what should not happen, what should be allowed, what should not be allowed, who can do what is abuse, what is not abuse, have a lot of inconsistencies from even people in the leadership? And I could be one of the people that have said inconsistent things, and I'm trying to, I guess you could say, clean up my arguments. And if that is the case, how do we make how do we fix this? How do we make the arguments more polished so that we're not fighting on two sides of the argument ourselves? Anyways, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.